gamers? Would you be one? Could you be one? Shout about thunder, but don't despair. This colony's breeding great robbers. Would you be one? Could you be one? If an 80% mortality rate works for you, for a few bucks a month you can sign up and have the Hobbs kill you. So let's make the most of another someday. Brew up some coffee and play it my way. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my gamers? Won't you please, please won't you be my gamers?
Awesome. Hey, everyone. We have arrived. It was only an 18-minute wait. Not so much. I guess more anticipation for Lareth the Beautiful out there. I am Jason Hobbs, your game master tonight of a little bit of old school essentials by Necrotic Gnome and Gavin Norman. And more importantly, well, I mean, not more importantly, but more specifically, it's Kalmatta time. All right, so we can't have a game. There's no one else's cameras. We found that Lareth the Beautiful's mother, brother, and uncle are all watching Netflix today, and I think it's a long show. I don't know, Dances with Wolves or something, but nothing was working, so we just dropped the cameras, so we have some fantabulous audio. And we can't have a game without players, so I will have the people introduce themselves and their characters. Briefly, don't get all maltworm on me, just a couple sentences, something nice and easy. Let's start with Nick.
I'm supposed to remind you to hit record.
I am recording. I started it already.
All right, great. My name is Nick. I'm playing Faolan, who has foolishly sworn to reach the base of the prehistoric chasm. And he also foolishly managed to join a sinister cult at the end of the last session. He's a warrior, he's first level. This is his second outing to Kalmatta, and he's been trying to get to this chasm a number of times. He's looking a bit obsessional about it.
Awesome, thank you. That was perfect. Maltworm, take some take some notes. Taylor.
Hey, this is Taylor. I am playing Azorus, an Argonaut acolyte in the service of Arkan Amanar. Come to Kalmatta to spread order in the anarchy.
Good luck with that, Taylor. That sounds great. Brian.
Hey everybody, I'm Brian. I'm back in the auto with Crowbar the Quick and a brand new Hitchman, Gulof of the Ichoni, a first level thief. And I will be your missile battery today.
Nice. Last but not least, Mark and Cleo. Sorry.
Yes, hi, I'm Mark. I'm playing Eric the Old, a Norborn second level fighter. And he's heard some rumors about this chasm, and he is intrigued to journey there.
I like the way that, thank you, Mark, for that. Yes, that is Mark who plays the Kalmatta legend, Eric the Old. I should say Coleman Show is in the audience. I see a lot of veteran Kalmatta players in the audience who were too scared to bring their characters into the game, but they want to see what happens to you guys so they know. Those are veteran players. And wusses, I might add. We have some brave players who are interested. Maybe we will get into that. I have some new players, so we get to do the introduction. I wonder how many of you are actually bored of this, or do you really like it still? I don't know if it matters. I don't know if it matters. All right, so for those who have not played, it sounds like nowadays the people who haven't played are actually pretty familiar with Kalmatta just because they've been watching. But Kalmatta is an island off the coast of the known world. It is a jungle island, and there's a small established town called Sindanor. It's on a small isthmus in the Plague Bay. The conceit of the game is any new characters have arrived on a boat here in Sindanor, which is what I have on the map right now. I think. Yep. They arrived on a boat and they just kind of all these tokens here on the bottom around the pier. These are all NPC characters that have fallen in the jungles of Kamata. Those inside the town are actual NPCs. When I say NPCs, I mean henchmen and hirelings. All these tokens over here on the left with names and going down, those are all characters who have fallen. RIP. Fallen characters. Sorry about that, guys. But like I say, the conceit is you arrive here, you head into the Rip Inn, and you are stopped by the introduction. I better take a drink. The great bronze gate of the Black Pyramid was sundered, and the head priest of Shabanil was slain. His elephantine head was carried upon 2 boar spears by courageous bearers back here to Sindanor. Your angry approach kicks up dust, and children, faces obfuscated by my box text and the tatters of linen wraps covering every inch of their bodies, scamper from the storyteller seated cross-legged on the dusty porch of the inn's boardwalk. He looks up at you. Welcome, travelers. Welcome to Sindanor, gateway to Kalmatta, island of adventure. I can see by your faces you're confused by my story, but yes, it is true. The treasure vaults of Zadabad have been plundered, but do not fret. Vast wealth lies hidden by the growth of decades, and much of the Zadabadi lies undiscovered. Come into the win. Win? Have a drink, help your throat. Come into the inn and prepare yourselves for travel. Get a good night's rest, for it is likely your last. So that is how do you pronounce your character's name, Taylor?
I was pronouncing it Azorus.
Azorus. I better write it down. Maybe I'll remember. We got Faolan. So Nick, why don't you tell us what our, as the caller tonight, why don't you tell us what your objective is?
So, yeah, as I said, Phelan's sworn to reach the base of the prehistoric chasm, which he's only heard about in rumor, and which the veterans, as we said, are a bit afraid of getting to. So I'd like to make a particular mention of Dougal Godsblood, who was happy to come along until he got his magic sword. Where are you, Dougal? Yeah, so we're going to head towards the chasm, and the goal is, from what we've heard, from the rumors we've heard, the creatures out of there are not to be trifled with. So we're absolutely not looking to fight them. But I also figure they probably don't need the treasure, which is boundless hidden down there. So yeah, we're going to get in, be clever, and get out. That's the plan.
Alrighty, so let's look down here. Eric, meaning Mark, I guess you're up first. Were you interested in hiring any henchmen? So we're down here. This is where we're going to muster up the characters. I've got everyone's characters, and then I have Gulaf, Crowbar's faithful henchmen. But these are the people you can hire here. These are all player characters that are still alive. It's a lot. We need some guys to die or something. What's going on over here? Anyway, Marcus, do you want to hire a man-at-arms or a porter or anything?
Yeah. Let's see if Eric is able to hire Zur, the man-at-arms.
All right. So I have a question to the people in the audience that were in the last game, actually. Did Zur die? That's what I want to know. Maltworm, Stu, you have the best notes. Aaron, I see you're out there. Hey, Mark, CMG, welcome to the chat. I don't know if Zur died or not, but if he did, we'll just change his name to something. It's kind of sneaky, isn't it?
the 322 session, Zur died. We burned him.
Okay, he's dead.
And,
Yeah, so we better move this token to somewhere else. Yeah.
and he wasn't a good hireling anyway.
It serves him right then.
Oh boy, I don't know about that. All right, Mark. Anybody else you want to try to hire? So the dots denote the more dots, the better equipped they may be.
What about a torchbearer?
All right, let's head over here to the Porters and Torchbearers Guild. This guild is ran by Nassim, he of the best hat in Kalmatta. I think most people would call it a turban, but yeah. So you can hire any of these guys. Really, Torchbearers and porters there's no difference mechanically. I just do that because I'm crazy. So the going rate for torchbearers is 5 silver pieces a day. Same for porters, but you can pay them whatever you'd like. What you can offer them whatever you'd like.
So I'm not sure I see where they are though. Okay. I will try and hire.
Torchbearers and porters will not fight, even to save themselves. It's more likely they'll flee than anything.
Let's see if I can hire Cardred.
Cardred. So
Yes.
Cardred's pretty popular. Alrighty. So what are you offering him?
I'll offer the going rate.
5 silver pieces a day. All right. Roll your reaction roll, which is 2d6 modified by charisma. I think there is a reaction roll right on your character sheet. Man, we haven't played Kalmatta in a while. I'm excited. Did you find it, Mark? Or you can also just go /r space 2d6 if you want. All right, a 6. So a 6 is probably not gonna get it done. He it hasn't like thrown his drink in your face or anything and marched off angrily, but he's like, I've been in the jungles of Kalmatta multiple times, and I'm afraid 5 silver pieces isn't enough.
I'll increase the rate by 2 silver pieces. So
7 silver pieces a day?
Yes.
Man, I didn't realize you were such a cheapskate. Go ahead, 2d6 modified by charisma, sir. Thaddeus Moore, welcome to the chat, my man. It's been a while. Another Kalmatta veteran in the chat. Ooh, what'd you get? I didn't even see. A 7. That's a better
7.
roll, but it's not enough, sir. You're going to have to sweeten the pot. He does. Look at this. I have the notation for the Ballad of Sir Robin. No one laughs.
All right.
All right, so you can't roll again unless you actually do something to make the deal better.
Yeah, that might have been an older roll. It's there's like a serious lag.
Oh no, I hate lag.
All right, I'll offer him 1 gold piece a day.
So that's only 3 more silver pieces than the last offer. All right, go ahead and roll. You're gonna need a 9, so you have to roll pretty well. 9 or above in order for it to happen, or you're gonna have to do something that is gonna give you a charisma bonus. While this is happening, the rest of you guys figure out if there's anyone you want to hire. So go ahead and make your roll, Eric or Mark.
I rolled.
It's just not through yet. That's fine. Oh, you have a negative modifier too? You have a -2 to your charisma?
Yeah.
You're never going to make this roll then. You would need
What
two
did I just roll,
sixes.
though?
You rolled a 0
God.
Is that yeah?
because you need a 9, dude. So you're going to have to roll at least an 11 to get a 9. So the chances of you succeeding without doing something pretty incredible to, make this guy get bonuses, you're never going to hire anyone. All right, let's move on to someone else while you consider that. Who's next? Where'd I start? I started with Mark. Oh, okay. Let's go to Brian. Brian, you're good. You have a henchie, right?
I have a henchman, GM Hobbs. I'm good.
All right.
Can I hire more people?
Whatever your charisma goes up to. So
Oh.
on your charisma, it says how many retainers you can have. So
Right. No, I'm broke. I can't afford anybody else right now.
right.
I bought some arrows.
all right.
But thanks.
Nick, did you buy any arrows or can you hire anyone?
I can hire someone. I'm gonna try hiring.
Do you want a man at arms or do you want a tornado?
Yeah, man at arms, and I see that Marstead looks like he's well equipped.
I wouldn't say well equipped, but better than the rest of these one-dotters.
Yeah. Well, right. So I'm going to offer him the going rate.
All right, let's get back. Let's get
Because
everyone
this is
back over here to the. There we go. The going rate, 1 gold piece a day. Haven't you guys learned that you got to do more than the going rate? The going rate just
There's
isn't enough.
There's going to be so much glory and treasure in this journey.
Mm-hmm. I see. All right, so roll it up. Roll your reaction.
I rolled it.
Modified by
I'm
charisma.
just getting some serious lag. What was this?
Oh, you got a 9. It looks like. Congratulations.
I did.
He says, "I am in. Don't call me Worm Tongue."
The men at arms aren't afraid of the chasm.
Apparently not. He is after you guys.
For all those watching back home.
All right, so Marstad in. All right, Taylor, I'm sorry. You got it. Do you see anybody here you want to hire?
I do. Let's see. I don't see side story. I can actually see the my token in the Twitch, but I cannot see it on the Roll20.
Oh boy,
That
doesn't sound
let
good.
me let me see if I can reconnect there. I'll try that in a minute. Let's see. In the meantime, I would like to take a look. Who is this Ulan fellow over by the fire pit?
Ooh-la. All right, so looks like he is. What do we know about this man? Ulan is how I pronounce it.
Ulan.
2 L's. I don't know why. He's got a club and a dagger. He's actually wearing leather armor, which is quite good. But you've only been talking to him for a little while, and he's repeated the same song twice under his breath. That reminds me, one of you guys would have had to spend 5 gold pieces to gather all these people. So you can split it up amongst yourselves or whatever you want to do.
Probably for coin. I'm happy to do it. I'm not rolling in it, but I am the caller, so I'm happy to do it if everyone else is pretty broke.
Uh,
How about I put in 3 and you put in 2, Mark? How does that sound?
Sure, that sounds fine.
All right.
I don't have access to Roll20 at the moment, so I'm just trying some stuff to figure that out.
Yeah, it's a little. We're having some problems. I don't know. Thursday is a big night on Roll20, apparently.
Yeah, must be. So next to Ulan, we have another fellow, Agath. What do they look like?
All right. So, are you wondering what their equipment is, or what?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's the 1 dots mean the best they're going to have is like a leather and maybe a
Okay.
handheld weapon.
All right, and no singing with this one.
uh, I don't know. I gotta try. The notes are actually in the token, so I have to open the token in order to
Oh,
see.
okay.
And roll. There, we're in. This is quick. This is quicker. He's actually got a spear and leather armor.
I think I'm going to try to convince Agath that he should come with us. Let's see. I will offer him not one but 2 gold pieces per day, and let's give him a bonus of 2 for free.
All right, so a signing bonus of 2 plus enough extra gold piece a day. See, this is how it's done, boys. All right, so you get a plus 2 charisma bonus. So 2d6 modified by your charisma modifier plus 2.
All right. Charisma of 15. Let's see. Plus 2, you said?
Yep.
Okay. 10.
Nice. So he is going with you.
Awesome. Made a new friend.
I'm very excited to be with you, my new
Excellent.
Animorian overlord.
All right. And cool. So I think let's see. So we have 2 of them. Yeah. And we were hoping to get a torchbearer with us also. So I'm going to swing back over. Good.
All right, let's move on back. Let's move back to Eric. Eric, did you decide to spend more money or?
Yeah. So, is there a way to overcome that charisma penalty I have?
Yeah, if you spend more money, then money talks, BS walks, sir.
All right.
So Cardrid is not going to go with you. So
Okay.
you have to choose someone else. This Callum's got a sweet headband.
I'll spend 2 gold.
Okay, so that's good. So that's 4 times the going rate. So now you're talking. Do you
Okay.
have anybody in particular you want to hire?
Gulve.
Gulve, nice. That's a good,
Yes.
strong name. Ooh,
Right, I'm rolling now.
Yeah, so I'll give you a
So
plus
is-
2. So you're just going to roll your reaction roll and then just put a plus 2 if it asks what your modifier is. If not, we'll just add it ourselves. I'm pretty good at 2d6. It's when we get up to 3d6 I have trouble adding.
All right, I added it in, so
All right. Technology, when it works, it's fantabulous.
not sure if there's a lag or...
There most certainly is a lag, sir.
The lag with my longsword.
Oh boy. If he says if you give him a 2 gold piece signing bonus, he'll go with you. You rolled terrible. It came through just as I was about to give it to you.
Oh, gee.
Yes, I'll give him the bonus.
This guy's so excited to die. So any money you guys handed out, you have to take off your sheets because they take the signing bonuses and they take the first day right now to go party down, get drunk, pay for their mom's hairdos, weave for their girlfriends. So that money's gone. It won't be on their corpses when you get them killed, headed towards the cleft. All right, there you
One's
go.
gonna die.
Here is the party. It looks like we have a total of 8 brave adventurers.
Can I ask what equipment Marsid has?
Yeah, that's a good question. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and tell everybody what everybody has and what their stats are, okay? So Marstad is a man-at-arms. He's got a hand axe, spear, and a dagger. He's wearing leather and shield. which is AC 6, and he has 3 hit points.
Ooh.
Oh, he also has a short bow,
Wow.
and he's a little gimpy.
It said hand axe, spear, and dagger.
Yep, and a short
And
bow.
he's a bit gimpy. And a short bow.
But he's only got 8 arrows.
Right, okay.
All right. Next up is Golve, the torchbearer, Eric. Are you ready?
Yes.
He's got 4 hit points and a dagger. So his AC is 9. You have all of Gulof's information, I believe. Let's talk about Agatha of Christie. All right. He has leather armor, AC 7, hit points 3. He's got a spear and a dagger. It seems he was once a leader in the Roman army because he has wooden carvings of his family. So apparently he has a family. Don't get him killed. He's a family man. All right, I'm going to take these dots off because they no longer have any pertinent information for us. And we may have to put dead tokens or something like that on there. All right, so what is the marching order, Faolan?
Right, so, Eric, are you happy to be up front with me?
Sure. Yes.
All right, we'll put Eric in the front with Faolan. You're going to want someone with a spear in the second rank.
Yeah, so Marstad's got a spear, so I'm going to put him behind me. Does anyone else have a spear?
I got this, so we can put him up there also.
Great. And then maybe, I don't know what, is Gulaf a man-at-arms, Brian?
He's his henchman. He's an actual henchman, not a hireling.
Henchman, okay, right.
Olaf is a first-level thief with a short
Right.
bow.
So you two are going to be in charge of scouting. I usually like to have a treasurer. Is anyone happy to be the treasurer? Track of that?
I can probably keep track of it. I'm taking notes.
All right. Are you going to... Everyone has enough food because you are responsible for the food for your employee. Just like Mr. Underwater.
Yeah, I need to buy some food, actually.
All right,
So
buy it up.
I'm going to go ahead, and it's 5 gold pieces.
So iron rations will last from session to session until they're gone. Standard rations will only last for this session, and then they spoil.
Okay. So let's see, and it's 15 iron, and that's 1 week each.
It's not a very
Do you
long
think
journey.
4
as I
days is
recall.
going to be enough food?
We want, if you can, we're going to want food
Right.
to feed the beasties.
How much food are you carrying, Nick?
Glenn, I'm carrying 14 days.
Okay. So
Yeah, I was
3
going to carry
weeks.
14 days
Standard.
also.
So a week is really
Yeah.
5 days in the
Is it?
setting, but it could still be 7 days worth of food. Okay, it'll be 7 days worth of food though, because I don't want to rob you. So it's 7 days worth of
Either
food,
way.
but it's not a week. Okay,
Sure.
a week is only 5
Okay.
days.
5 days.
All right, so I'll take I'll take the 14-day also.
Yes, and Eric will do the same as well.
All right, let's get out my weather table. Ooh, there's a cool wind blowing in off the Plague Bay. Unfortunately, it smells of death and mockery. Good.
4 days worth of food going to be enough for this trip?
No. Well, I mean, it might be. Maybe he'll die soon.
Oh, maybe someone else will die, and you can eat their corpse.
Oh, the There it
Jokes
is.
or what's dying, Jim Hobbs?
Only yours, Brian.
If you can, Crowbar, I get another week.
You can also try to hunt or forage as well. There are rules for that. And I love anything that makes more random encounter rules. That's my favorite.
We're getting to the chasm. We're getting to the chasm. We're going to evade. Unless it's plated in gold, or it's something to feed to giant insects. Hard on the heartstrings like it did last time. We're getting to the chasm.
All right, let's go to the map. So this map is 1 mile hexes. You get the movement points of the slowest member of your group, and that's anyone wearing metal armor. So that gives you 12 movement points a day. Here we are, the party, next to the SS Narder there, on the Isthmus of Sindanor. Like I mentioned, it is kind of cool, which is unusual. Usually it's sweltering sauna in Kalmatta. It's about 6 a.m. We'll say 7. You guys are probably late sleepers. Let me get rid of my...
Right. The
Thank
cool
you.
wind is a good omen. Here we go.
Thank you so
Are you
much,
ready?
Nick, for getting this going and getting everyone involved. I'm very excited to be here.
Thank you for running. Are you ready for me to start moving us along?
I couldn't be more ready than I am right now.
All right. So, unless anyone is dissenting, the plan is to head along the coast to hit the go to the menhir that we went to last time, and then keep following the coast before cutting north for the chasm.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Crowbar, you're in charge of our reconnaissance, and you can let me know whether you want to be a little bit forward or a little bit back as we do this at this stage.
All
I'll
right.
assume then that you're in the back.
It's nearing midday. You guys stop for lunch. And you can definitely smell the sea as this cool wind kind of rustles the foliage of the Kalmatta jungles. The sounds of the sea urns are white out upon the overtop. The level, you're pretty close. It's like you're not far from the coast, depending on how far you are, I guess. But it's still pretty level here, but you can tell that there is starting to be a rise as you travel farther north. Basically, you're getting above sea level a little farther, where you're not that far from it right now. You've put the watchtower of Taganus behind you, and continue on. Nothing untoward has yet to occur.
So with us, here we go.
All right, so you just moved 2 fairly quickly, right?
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So
Let me know. Okay.
that's okay. You can move up to the next one. You make your way to the area where in the past you have Crowbar has been here a few times and searched it quite well. In fact,
For a few words for poor Bullwood who fell here.
all right. But you do know that you probably have another couple of hours before you should start finding a place for the night.
Could we press on another?
Yeah.
On.
All right. So you come upon the coast. It's a little bit, the sea is crashing against the cliffs below. They're a good 100 feet below you here. So you guys gonna set up camp?
We're going to look for a position which is defensible, but we don't want to be pushed off any cliff edge.
All right. What's Faolan's? What was Faolan before his new life in Kalmatta?
Oh, wow. He's from Rouen, which are they like Celts or Bretons or?
Yeah, did he
Um,
serve? Did he serve in the Caldoran? So all Rornick men are required to serve time in the Caldoran Legion.
uh,
Did he actually
all
do
right.
that or no? I mean, he could have faked it. He could have forged his
Um,
token, or
yeah, I'm gonna say that he doesn't. How are the Rauns about being occupied?
different people feel differently about it. I would tell everyone to go buy Hobbs and Friends Z number 2 and learn all about the northern marches, where the area between
Uh,
the Nordborn and the Keldorans that is only occupied by the Rornick and their ancient lands. Oh, I'm supposed to move the
I,
map
I,
down.
I'm just gonna run with. I think that he objects to the occupation
So,
and
so he stayed out of it. So the reason I was asking
uh,
is because he's probably not a military man then. So what he would think is defensible isn't as easy to figure out as maybe someone else who would. So why don't you go ahead and roll intelligence at disadvantage? So roll 2d20, and if you get one under your intelligence, then you find a good defensible camp.
ooh,
Did it roll?
look, very slow. This is very slow.
Oh, goodness.
All right. So you think you find a good defensible camp, and you guys set up camp for the night.
What did I roll? I can't see it.
A 19.
It's a 19.
Ooh.
So we didn't want to fall off the cliff, so we set up our tents over the cliff already. That way, that's how you know.
It reminds me of a high school camping trip. All right.
All right, you guys set up for the night. I am going to roll some encounter rolls and see what happens. It looks like you fortunately made it through the night, and the next day dawns. Remove a ration for yourself and any henchmen slash hirelings slash very valuable people that are hanging out with you. I don't think henchy is a derogatory term, Lareth the Beautiful. I think it's a term of affection.
He said a week of rations was 5 days.
It's 7 days. It's not a week. It's 7 days of rations. Sorry.
Said you need to join the Legion to set up camp.
It obviously didn't bother you. I mean, it worked out fine. All right. So the next day, you're gonna head up north there, towards the
We're going to
left.
keep heading up. Yep, and then we cut away from the sea and we head up towards the cleft and starting to proceed with caution now.
Oh, you weren't before? I like the way you think, sir. Alrighty. So, as you approach the cleft, I don't know how you're going to feel about this map. It's a little more, I don't know, artsy. Oops, wrong button. Dang it. But this is the map that I made. All right, so you guys are down here. So this is actually 1/10 of a mile per hex. So go ahead and move wherever you're going.
Right. Crowbar, what are you thinking about moving a little bit forward now? Me, Crowbar?
All I see is the backpack called Party.
Spread. You don't see the rest of the map?
I see the map, but I don't see tokens. I just see the backpack representing the party.
Just
I mean, if you want me to say that I went in the front, I don't mind saying that I went into the front.
we're kind of theater of the mind a little bit here. There's no reason to have individual tokens because, like I say, this is a tenth of a mile per hex. It would your tokens would be very, very tiny on this map.
Yeah. I'm pretty rubbish at Imperial, so if you can let us know as I move forward when we kind of get a good view of the chasm.
So I mean, right now on this map, you could see it through the trees within a half mile or so. So you've been able to see it.
But probably not ways down or the base or anything like that. I'm imagining. So.
You could actually probably see forward because you're a distance away from it. So you could see the rest of the cleft out here. You wouldn't be able to see straight down here, but you could see it up this way. Because I mean, this is a good mile away.
Yeah, a tenth of a mile is about 100. 160 meters.
Okay.
Quick conversion for you.
All right. Okay, that's great. That's fantastic. Thank you.
So maybe you want me to paint the picture for you a little bit? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, please. Yep.
All right. So as you guys are pushing your way through the jungle, Crowbar a little farther ahead with his Echani blood henchman. It did pick up a bit of a drizzle, but that breeze is kind of quickly cooling the warm water on your neck, making the hairs kind of stand back. You're starting to get a little excited, Faolan, as you're finally approaching this thing that you've been wanting to see. So it's easily hundreds of feet down. The cleft it's about, it's obviously surface level is the same. There's trees and wood, pieces of logs and vines hanging all along the craggy cliff sides, and down at the bottom it's a broken land of it almost looks like there was a tiny tremors that kicked up the land, or something large was down there smashing its feet and buckling the ground below, as it looks very difficult terrain to move on, but there are some jungle copses and some of the heavy jungles of Kalmatta. So in this area, you're kind of in lighter jungle, but as the cleft spreads out beyond you, you can see that the jungle thickens. So the one thing that you do see is there seems to be a fairly large mound that breaks the surface. So the cleft is below. What I should have done is put some lines along here, to kind of show its depth or something like that, because maybe that would help. I don't know, but I did all this right when I got home from work. I'd never drawn this thing. So that mound looks like it's it easily 300-400 feet, or that would be about 150 meters or something, and then it kind of rises up like a sharp dome, heavily covered in vines and foliage.
Could you ping the mound, please? So actually not. It's above the chasm.
Yeah, it's on the upper level of the chasm. So I will tell you this. I think Eric might have been around. Do you see that there's this is actually the coast again right here?
Right.
And that is a ruin there.
Turn to the party, have any of you been to the ruin?
I have not been. I have not been anywhere, but I have not been there.
I have not been.
Right. And looking at the chasm in terms of the depth.
You know what I did to you, Nick? I messed something up. So it looks like from this height, little ants are moving around at the chasm. But then when you compare some of them to the size of the trees, you're pretty positive that they're quite massive. There are creatures moving around down there.
Right. And are they pretty kind of evenly distributed, or is there an area they kind of congregate, or can we not tell from here?
You would probably have to get closer.
So, and the other thing I would like to, can I tell from this distance, the depth of the chasm? Is it pretty uniform all the way around? I'm on the lookout for either easy way down or a shallow way down. a way down which doesn't seem to be covered with these ants. Those are the things I'm kind of keeping an eye out for.
Alrighty. Maybe I should let the audience see the map a little better. There you guys go. I only did part of the vines hanging down, but I am going to add these cliff marks. How are you guys going to get up to the edge? Or are you going to send Crowbar up there to find out this information, or?
I'll turn to the party. So my thoughts are, I would like to get down to the base to fulfill my oath. I'd also like to look for some loot to bring back, and I definitely do not want to run into those ants because we know how big they really are. Does anyone have any thoughts about those three things that we're looking for? Either an easy way down, a shallow way down, and an area where it's not as covered with ants, creatures.
All right, all the player characters can roll a d6. Are you guys moving up to the edge, or are you still staying? Because right now you're 2 football fields away from the edge. So.
Yeah, I was just wondering if anyone had any thoughts before we move up to the edge. Or are we all good with that?
No, that sounds like a plan. As long as we can find an easy way down.
That's good.
Yep.
All right.
I was just thinking, since the two obvious points of interest, there's that ruin up that way, and then there's the mound. The proximity of the mound makes me wonder if it's natural or not. But if we hug towards the north wall there, that may give us an opportunity to slip down. So.
Lost the end of that. Just slip down. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just to slip down easily, and that keeps us in the vicinity of everything that looks to be a point of interest. So yeah, I'm good with sneaking up.
So when I spoke to the veterans about this in the inn, they talked about seeing little caverns as well. So we might want to keep an eye out for that. My one concern about hugging the edge of the cavern on the way up is creepy crawlies coming up after us.
Nick,
quickest way down.
6, will you?
Yeah, sure.
How long are you guys going to hang out here at the edge, watching?
Just long enough to have this conversation and make the decision, I think.
Okay.
Yep, agreed. We don't want to hang out too long, especially if we can see things moving. If we stand still, we are prey.
Can we see any cavern entrances close to where we are?
So apparently they must have approached from a different angle than you did at this point. You don't really see much because most of the stuff, the nearby cavern wall of the chasm itself is kind of heavily covered with vines and stuff, but you do maybe think you see something over here about there.
Okay. So really, again, unless Crowbar and his disciple have something to add, the only decision I think we need to make here is: are we going to hug the cavern lip, or are we going to cut inland a little bit and come around a longer way? I know that these creatures venture forth from the chasms. There may not be too much to be gained from going too far away from the lip.
Yeah,
Omar says.
I think I agree with that.
I think I'm missing lots of...
Everyone's agreed with you, I think.
Right, so... Crowbar, are you sticking with us for the time being?
You're sticking next to the lip, though, right? Isn't that what you said, or no?
Yeah. Maybe, we're not dancing along the edge, but I'm assuming that the jungle comes pretty close up to the edge. Would that be right?
Yeah.
So we're not. What do they call it? We're trying not to create a silhouette on the ledge. We're going to come away from the ledge, but we're pretty much hugging. If we're thinking about 160 meters or whatever.
Don't worry about the way that the hexes work, because I have it locked to grid still. So, all right, when you guys move up that way, it takes you a good. It takes probably 2 turns, 2.5 turns to move a single hex in here. Okay, so that means 3 of them would be an hour. So about the first hour of your travel, maybe a little more, you make your way around that edge of the cleft there, and as you're trying to look back, to see what you can see, at Azorus actually spots. It does look like there is some sort of structure almost right where you guys were, but you couldn't see it from where you were on the edge beneath the vines. But now that you've moved back and can see the side there, now you can spot it.
Hindsight's 2020.
Hey, cool.
Is it in the cliff ledge then, underneath the vines?
Yep.
What else can you see, Azorus? Tell us.
Yes. What else can I see down there? There's just the vines and what appears to be something. You said.
No, it's actually on the wall back here.
Oh, okay.
So this wall. You guys are hundreds of feet above the chasm floor. So on the cliff wall behind you, like the actual surface of the cleft where you guys are now is jutting out. So there's like a recessed area right underneath there. You know what I'm saying? So like the ground is kind of like over top of, and it's obviously very shadowed down there, or it will be as soon as the sun moves. As the sun is rising up, as you guys are moving around, it's getting brighter, and you can see stuff moving around. And it seems like the action from the large creatures and stuff you see is farther out in this area, in the middle.
Does it look natural or man-made, or is it hard to tell from here?
It's hard to tell from here. It's going to take some inspection.
And you said that there was something kind of that we noticed almost around where we are right now as well.
Yeah, just down, but you don't see it. You can't see it from this angle. That's the problem. When you get above it, you can't see down.
We'll have the same situation when we go back. If we go back. Is there a how far down the cliff did we see? Was it an opening that we saw where we are right now? We couldn't tell.
Which way? Which, on the north side or the south side? What I was talking about, the south.
The north side.
The north side. Yeah, it looks like there must have been some kind of opening about halfway down. So, probably. What would that be? About 50 to 100 meters.
So my thinking, comrades, is that we're here now. The beasts seem to be mostly further north. I think we want to limit our explorations to. It's probably going to end up being one of these openings. And part of me is wondering if we shouldn't just start dropping down to have a look at this one here. Since we're here right now, we're going to have a similar situation with the lip jutting over.
So with the lip area, was that all the way at the base, or was that somewhere in the middle of the wall?
So the lip is at the surface, and then it kind of goes back to where. So it kind of goes back inside a little bit along this ridge right here. So it's kind of like a ridge that recesses, right?
And
okay, got it.
Is the other opening, is the south opening, which one is higher or lower to the...
This isn't an opening. This looks more like you can see some bits of man-made construction along the wall. Like maybe a stairwell.
That would be useful. So here's what I'm thinking, and it's about 200. It's about 200 meters down, right?
No, the stairwell, it moves along the edge. The 200, it's the 150 meters down where the hole is where you guys are at now.
Right, 150 meters down. So we've got two options. We could go back and go down the stairwell and avoid risking falling, but it also means a bit more of a journey. The other option would be to try and get down where we are now, then descend to the base of the chasm. I get to fulfill my oath, and then we move along the base, and then the stairs become our route out.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would save some journey time at least, you know.
So the getting down part might be the challenge. Brian or Crowbar has 100 feet of rope. I have another 50, but that's a little shy of the depth. I think that would be going down.
I have 100 feet.
Okay.
Still about what 2 short on our rope. At 150 meters is 450 feet. Ish.
Let Eric check his backpack.
Well, fingers crossed.
Oh, question for you, GM. You said there were vines, or was along
It's pretty much everywhere.
everywhere? Do those look sturdy enough to be able to affix oneself to?
You probably, I mean, that would be your choice. There might be some.
Right. I think it might be wise to avoid doing that, especially for those of us. But it was worth checking. So yeah, we may be short on rope there, so we may have to try to take. Oh, or Tarzan it.
How short are we?
You're so short.
All right.
My bad.
So close. So close. And it's gonna take ages to string together vines. And might as well walk back.
Yeah, I think we have 250 feet of rope.
All right.
I don't know if you guys heard this, but I guess
Okay.
every other game has been canceled because Roll20 is not working for anyone. So you're right. This is a good sign. This is good sign of something awesome to come.
Gods are with us. Let's head back and make our way to the stairwell.
Unfortunately,
Sounds good.
Unfortunately, my Roll20 is a little locked up again. So good thing that we are playing mostly Theater of the Mind today, right?
Kid. Let me know if you are moving too quickly.
Nope.
Jason.
Oh, you know what? I was going to say, as you guys are heading back, we'll say you're halfway there or something. So you can hold the Alt down and you can let go, and then you won't lock to grid.
Oh, great.
It's about midday. While you guys were talking, you probably ate some lunch or whatever. Why don't you roll a d6? Caller. Ooh, a 1. That's
really good. Really bad.
That's awesome. That's perfect. That means you're surprised. I like it. So as you guys are moving up, let's roll a d6. I was going to make a encounter map, but no maps are working right now. I can't upload anything, so that's not going to happen. So you're going to have to bear with me. So we could actually maybe we could zip back, or we have some choices, I guess.
Okay with Theater of the Mind if the others are.
me see something here. I just couldn't make a map, but I might be able to do almost everything else. Yeah, so why don't you guys give me about 2 minutes? You can either talk amongst yourselves, you can go to the bathroom, you can do whatever you want.
Want another D6, Jason, or did I get that wrong?
Nope, that was it. You just only need a 1 right now.
Yeah. Are there any thoughts from the party about our general direction, strategy?
I think we're doing them. I think we're good. Talking about if we had gone down, if we were able, about the stairwell would have been a good escape route. But if we're going down the stairs now, then we'll know we will know we can get out because we'll have been down them already. If that makes sense. So if we want to escape, we'll be stepping in our own footprints.
As long as there's nothing behind us, that would have been a possibility anyway.
Yeah, true.
So depending what comes at us now.
Yeah, that's a big if.
Yeah. Okay, have you fought these things before?
No, these ants. No, I haven't.
So I should be a little more specific. They look like ants because you are so far away. They don't look anything like ants in reality. They kind of look like a cross between insectal and a mammalian. A strange, ugly, horrific cross. And I would show you some pictures of some, but I'm not sure that is going to work either. Maybe we have a handout. Yeah, I don't have any handouts for these particular guys. So we're going to have to move into the theater of the mind. So you guys are moving along the ledge, and it looks like Faolan, Marstad, Azarus, and Crowbar. The ledge is on your left as you guys are moving along. And unfortunately, something comes up over the side. Something horrific. They don't look much larger than normal man-sized. There are 4 of them, but they do surprise you. So it's like they kind of just come right up the vines and almost overcome you guys. They are about. Actually, I have to write the next ones. Sorry. What do we got here? We got. So the way I wrote these guys is they all have different things that they can do. Which is kind of interesting, I guess. So I made a template for what they are straight up. So they have, this many hit dice. This is what their AC. This is what their number of attacks is. This is how much damage they have. This is what their morale does. And then I have a table that I roll 2 dice on, and then that can change any of those other things and give them abilities as well. It's something that you normally want to roll up front, but if you like stuff to be created on the fly and you have no idea what it's going to be, it's kind of cool. This is one of the things I'm considering releasing soon, but I haven't done it yet. You can really create a lot of monsters just by doing this. All right, so there are 4 of these creatures. 2 of them look fairly similar. They look more arachnidish, but instead of they even have probably 8 appendages, and you can see that they are kind of covered with bits of vine and foliage, and there is some webbing around them as well. One of them has web, but it also looks more like a beetle with possibly like some fur around its thorax. And at its tail end, it has two glands that kind of radiate. This is the last one that comes up. Like this might be what Crowbar or Marthas or Azarus sees just as one of these creatures attacks Faolan. You guys are all surprised, unfortunately, and there's 4 of them, so all 4 people on that side are going to be attacked. So let's see, we got 1. So I'm just going to go along. What I'm looking at is your marching order. Can you guys hear me? You guys are being really quiet.
Oh yeah,
I can hear you.
Yep.
It's the silence of fear.
Okay. Wow, I like the chat. The chat is pretty exciting. Keep it going, boys. I'm really excited to see y'all hanging out. All right, so that means that Crowbar, the one that comes at you, has the fire glands, and it's kind of has like an anteaterish type of nose or a proboscis in the front, and it attacks you by spitting like a web coil out towards you. So what I need to do is attack you first. None of these are larger than a small pony, and probably closer to like the size of a Great Dane or Saint Bernard. Is that what they're called? Yeah, one of those. So they're not massive, but still a little scary.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Crowbar, what's your AC? I think that's going to hit.
Crowbar's AC with a dex is 4.
All right. Yeah, I think that's just going to hit 8. So Crowbar is missed. All right, the next one is coming towards Azarus. Azarus? I like both of those. And as it comes up, it actually spits some kind of wicked stuff at you. It looks like a cross between like a goat for a body, but then its head kind of shifts off into like a beetle, and it has kind of like arachnid like legs. So it's got about 10 legs that kind of circle it, and they seem very pointy at the end. So that sounds dangerous. But it's going to spit at you. So make a saving throw versus breath.
Okay.
Dragon breath, we'll say.
Yep. Success.
Nice. All right, so you basically can get your shield up and you block this spit, and it just kind of falls off of it. Some greenish fumes come up, and it kind of pocks your shield some. Does this sound dangerous enough for you, Faolan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. All right, these other ones. Who's next on that side, did I say? All right, it looks like it is Marstad. Oh, boy. Marstad is so close. This is his 3rd session. On his 4th session, he would turn into a henchman. So if you get him back alive, he will be your loyal henchman until, he decides not to be.
Get your shield up, Mustard.
He can't.
He's AC 6.
He can't sacrifice his shield, but let's see what this guy's doing. 1, 2, or 3. Oh, he's using that. So he also spits out of this conical type of proboscis. Oh, he's hit. So this is what happens. I need a D4. Where's my D4? Here it is. A 1. Okay. Make a saving throw versus petrify stone. I don't know what it is in OSE. Roll a D20. He's a normal human, so he would need a 16 or higher.
Oh. 11.
All right, so this coil wraps around him, and it locks his arms together and draws him very close. as these extra appendages with like kind of spurs on them get ready to attack him. All right, so let's have an initiative person. I think this is your first game, Taylor. So let's roll a d6.
Sure. Yeah, no way you could possibly odd down.
Yeah, I only had a 50% chance of beating you. No way you could possibly. All right, let's just keep it the same way. Let's start with Marstad, who is up close. This guy is going to attack him with his 2 attacks. Oh, did I even attack Faolan? I forgot last time, didn't I?
All right, go for it.
All right, so the one who is attacking Faolan, comes straight up on him and attacks him with his things. Ooh, a 17 probably hits. That hits AC 1, I think.
Yep, that hits.
All right, so what do these guys do? All right, pretty straight up. Ooh, 6 points.
So Phelan's going to bring his shield up and sunder that if he can, when he's surprised.
Yeah, you can still sunder your shield. So yeah, your shield is torn to shreds by this creature. All right. Now we're back. The guy with has Marstad. Now we're in round 2. A 12. I don't remember what his AC is. Do you?
Marstad. He was AC 6.
6, yeah.
Looking at the right thing. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever played this game before. 12 hits AC 6.
Marstad.
6 points of damage.
Oh, yeah, he is killed. He had 3.
So he got wrapped up, pulled in, and this creature tried to attack with these appendages that he has, and one of them right through the eye. All right, Crowbar. This guy's just going to attack you this round. 8, I'm pretty sure that misses. All right, this guy's going to attack with his dagger limbs this time on you after he spit. I don't remember what dagger limbs are. Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. They get extra attacks. Uh, 14 probably hits. AC 4?
4 bars. I am 4.
Yeah, he missed you already. What was your AC, Taylor?
I am AC 3.
Oh, nice.
AC 3.
So you block it.
Nice.
Shield.
Clerics wear ringmail.
Yep, they do.
Phelan.
They wear ringmail because it's holy armor.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Very good.
All right, it tries to latch you up with his webbing, but misses. But there is a free guy out here that we can use. I think I might be able to do this now. I shouldn't have done
Roll
that.
20 is suddenly speeding up. I don't know what's happening, but I can do things now.
Really?
Everybody else quit their game. We have the server to ourselves.
They're all watching us play.
Yes.
All right. Wow. I'm trying to catch up on the chat as this thing loads. I was going to try and show you a token, but I can't. So, but this other one, there's one left here, and so he can attack anyone in the group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Three, 1, 2, 3. So he actually attacks Azarus. He did so good with the webbing last time. He's going to try and web up Azarus. 12, we already decided misses. The sticky substance just kind of falls off of your acid-pocked shield. All right, it's your guys' turn. There's 4 of these dudes.
Now, I'm wondering whether, if we retreat, I mean, this is terrible, but whether they devour mustard and let us fall back.
Ordinarily, I would say that is terrible, but this is West Marches. I say it's time to scatter.
I agree. So, fighting withdrawal? Jason, what are our options in terms of fighting and falling back and hoping that these things?
One of your choices, you can fall back with the fighting withdrawal, means you can move half of your movement, but you cannot attack away. You can't do anything but move. The people who are not engaged in combat, they can act normally. If you want to flee, they will get an attack on you.
I'm gonna call fighting withdrawal. Those who can cover our retreat. Hopefully they're going to stop and eat. So I guess we're kind of heading towards like an evasion type. That's what we're moving towards.
All right. So what is Eric doing?
He will allow those that were attacked to fall back, and he will cover the retreat, so to speak.
All right. So how do you want to move away, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll keep myself between the creatures and those who are falling back.
So you have a spear. Do you have a spear?
Yes, I do have a spear.
You could attack with the spear right now if you want to. They are close enough, and you could attack to help stop that retreat. You could reach either one of them that was attacking Faolan or one of them that was attacking Azarus.
Okay.
Azarus has 2 on him right now.
Yeah, I'll help out Azarus.
All right, go ahead and roll. Did you roll? Oh, there it is. AC 0, 2 hit points. Nice. You do stab it. It does not die, but it is wounded. What is Agath doing?
Agath also has to kind of shoulder up with Eric and see if he can't stab at the same creature.
Yep, definitely. He over top of what was this guy's name? Oh, Marstad's corpse. Go ahead.
Yep. All right. 1d20. Rolled a 6. That probably
That's
misses.
a miss. Golve is a torchbearer. Why don't we roll? Who's controlling Golve?
That would be me.
Why don't you make a morale check? What'd you say your charisma is? Pretty low, it sounds like, huh?
Yeah, it's low enough for a -2.
So you have a 3 charisma? What's your actual charisma stat, do you know?
Yes, it's a 5. It's a 5.
All right, that should only be -1, but you might have done something that made a worse reaction roll. So you have a loyalty of 5 on your retainer. So you need to roll 2d6 and make it a 5 or under.
So I can just click on no reactions.
Yes. All right, so you rolled a 6. So Golve runs away at top speed.
No, this is not going to end well for you.
It never does. I love the scenes from like The Mummy or all those old school scenes when people going through the jungle, and that's why there's no like bear animals for, like burden-bearing animals, because I want the porters all to be able to run away when something happens. Ah! All right, what's Gulaf doing?
I I don't know what these other people are doing, but Crowbar's more than happy to withdraw away from this monster,
All right,
hopefully opening up.
it's Gulaf's turn right now.
Can Gulaf move
Yes.
and then wait for a second bar to move and then take a shot?
He is not engaged, so I think I let you. I think I let you move and take a shot. Well, no, it's because it would be movement first. So he would move and then take a shot. He would not take a shot and then move. Do you want him? Yeah, but he can
That's
move.
what I want to do is, and
Right.
have Crowbar move as well. And
All right,
okay.
So Crowbar is engaged, so he can do a fighting withdrawal. If he moves any more than half of his movement and does anything else, he'll get an attack against him.
I will
Gulaf-
move the 3,
The half.
or I have squares. The half move.
All right, yeah. So go ahead and make your roll. Which one is Gulaf shooting at? The one that attacked Crowbar?
The injured one,
Yes.
if you can.
All right. Is he attacking the injured one or the one that attacked Crowbar?
One that attacked Crowbar
All right, roll ahead. Go ahead.
is open for missile attacks, as far as I know.
Yep.
Gulaf has moved off too as well, so Crowbar and Gulaf have both moved away from the edge.
Yeah, go ahead and fire.
Ooh, this may be a roll 20 thing. I pressed the little button.
Azarus, you can go ahead. What's your action while we're waiting?
Oh, wait, there was a thingy.
Misses.
AC 12.
He misses. He rolled a 3. Azarus.
Okay, you said there were 4 of them.
Yep.
With radiating glands. There was the goat body. There was one with a coil.
Yeah. 2 of them have coils and extra appendages. One has glands and one has a goat body with dagger-like limbs and a blister spit.
Okay, and the goat one was the one that was injured?
One of the web ones is injured.
Okay, so the coil guys got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
2 of them are attacking you.
Yep, the goat and one of the coils, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So, well, I'm feeling pretty good right now. The light, the law have been protecting me. So, though, but I think we are. My comrades are starting to move back, so I'm gonna back up with them.
Yes.
And, yep. And if I could, I would like to drop one of my standard rations as I backed up. Is that feasible?
You can't really take any actions other than backing up.
Okay, then I will
Half
just back
your
up.
Movement. Yeah.
I will just back up and try to go shoulder to shoulder with Crowbar and Faolan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Faolan hasn't actually moved yet,
Oh,
so
okay.
Crowbar is faster than you guys because he doesn't have heavy armor. So,
Okay.
but you can, you're basically kind of behind this shield wall with spears that Agath and Eric have made.
Okay, then I'll back up and hang with Agath and Eric.
Do you want to
As
make a
best I can.
shield wall with them, or do you want to get behind them?
I'll shield wall with them. Why not?
All right. What about Faolan?
I'm going to fall back into the shield wall. If I can swing my second shield
No actions, but movement.
into. Okay.
Yep.
Yep, I'll do that then.
All right, nice. So you fall back. I need to roll 2d6. I'm going to see what these guys do.
Hopefully they go after some delicious family.
All right, yeah. All right. So yeah, all of them just start using their mandibles and piercing claws and just stabbing into Marstad. His limp corpse is now just a bloody pincushion. So you guys are close enough that you could attack them, or you can flee. They're not in melee with you. The spear guys, any of you guys could attack them, or you could leave if you want to.
And down, comrades. I'm sorry, Marstad. We withdraw.
All right, yeah. So you guys withdraw from the edge, or do you go, the few 300 yards down to the?
Looks like they have no interest in us at this point.
Nope.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, let's to the stairs.
So you're headed towards the stairs down towards the edge. So you're not really leaving the cleft. You're just leaving that particular area.
Yeah.
Alrighty. All right. Yeah, you can pull your other shield off. Any arrows fired or lost. So it's just after noon on the second day, and you guys have fled your first engagement with the creatures, only losing a single member. Fortunately, no player characters. Unfortunately, a NPC who's been around in the campaign for, maybe a year or so. All right.
Blood is on our hands.
Yes, this is the second henchman I've lost in 2 outings in the first encounter. Actually, before a blow was struck, but I will offer some words for Marstad, and we will try and find some way to honor him. Perhaps when he returns to Sindanor, since his remains don't look like they're coming back.
All right, so you guys spend. Everyone roll a d6.
Okay. Well, 20 is great.
I still can't do some stuff. It's still like lagged out on some stuff for me. All right, so Crowbar, pretty quickly within the first turn or whatever, you guys can see that some foliage can get shifted around, and it looks like a stairwell has been chiseled out of the living rock of the edge of the lip, and it kind of curls back almost underneath, right as it, like a spiral almost, as it goes under, so the edge of the into that recessed area, and it looks like it goes down along the wall kind of behind that recessed area with foliage hanging over it to keeping it hidden from view.
Omar says, I found the stairwell over here. Points and kind of starts to back off away from the edge because I've already been jumped, and I think Crowbar like that much.
Does it turn screen left or screen right?
To the left.
Yeah. All right.
So like where it kind of comes up like this, and then kind of recesses back along this wall.
Okay.
And it's going down. It's not going into like a chamber or anything. It's going down. You can see it's kind of gloomy down there, but you can see, 100 feet down, 30 meters, 35 meters or so. It looks like there's a landing, and then the stairwell continues back the other way along the inside. So eventually you imagine that it's just going to reach the base of the cleft.
Oh. And how wide would we have to go into single file, I'm assuming?
Yeah, probably.
Right, so here it is. I'm happy to take the lead, seeing as this is my quest.
Well, we're happy to let you go first, Nick.
You must all swear that if I fall before I reach the chasm, that you will strap my sword to me and hurl my body to the base so that I can fulfill my oath. And
I give you my word.
my spirit,
Yes,
my
we
spirit
swear.
will guard those who are worthy, and will curse those who decided not to join us.
They're all in the
Right.
chat right now.
Yeah, they're looking pretty smart right about now.
There's still time for glory, my friends. So I will come first. Is there someone who will come behind me with a spear? And then I'm thinking if this switches back and forth, this is a good opportunity for bowfire potentially. As I know, Crowbar, you love your arrows. Who else has missile weapons?
I think Marstad. Oh, wait.
Marstad did have one, but
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
I guess the spider monster has one.
To try and retrieve it, but I thought discretion was the better part of valor. I have a short bow and 20 arrows if someone else would like to borrow it.
Well, if you want somebody behind you, Eric will follow you with his spear.
Thank you, Eric.
Alrighty. So this is a really poor representation. This is what I was having trouble. So it's not going to be perfect like this, but there is like the stairwell, that goes down along the inside. This is obviously perfect, but I'm not the greatest artist, and I didn't find anything. So basically, you're going down this single file. The wall of the chasm is on your left side as it follows along this recess, kind of slightly curving, concave away from you on your left. And then there's a landing down, like I said, about 100 feet, 35 meters or so, 33. And then on that landing, then it curves back down, and then you can actually see maybe down there's another landing about another 100 feet down or so.
Right, does your henchman have a bow?
Skulov of the Achoni just took a shot at one of those things. Guess
Right.
you missed that.
Okay, so you've got a bow. Yeah, sorry, mate.
In your haste to run away.
Jeez. All right. So
So I'm going to lead the way down the stairs, and as I start heading down, do I see any signs of any movement on the stairs? Any creatures on the stairs or anything like that?
no, not as far as you can see. So on your right, it falls away to the staircase below, and then you're kind of hidden. You can't see really much of the. You probably have 20 or 30 feet or about 10 meters, and then there's like this curtain of vinery and foliage that blocks the rest of the cleft from you.
So we'll be kind of behind the curtain. I like that.
Yes.
As long as there's not something behind there with me. So I think I will start moving down towards the stairs. It all looks pretty, and it looks how kind of finely chiseled is it, or is it rough and kind of roughly hacked?
Definitely rough.
All right. So I'm going to start heading down the stairs towards that ledge. I'm actually going to use my 10-foot pole.
And ancient.
Yeah. So I'm going to use my 10-foot pole, kind of chipping ahead of me, waiting for that film moment where a huge chunk of rock kind of falls out from beneath my feet, I guess.
You have a spear and a 10-foot pole?
Is that a bit outrageous?
I always say so, but
You should tie them together.
It probably is a bit outrageous. I think because I retrieved the spear from my last fallen henchman. I will say I just have the spear then.
Nice.
How's that?
I can appreciate that. I can tell you there's been many times that we've fallen into a long discussion about how outrageous that is or isn't, and probably on one of these Kalmatta games. It's an old joke.
It's got to look right. So I will use my spear, and that has the added advantage of having a pointy end at one side. So I will use my spear and tap ahead of me. It's not as long, but never mind.
Nice. All right, so...
And I'm right behind.
Oh, yeah, I should probably ask that. Can you guys see this new map that I made, or no? It's really bad.
The stairs leading to the square. I can see it.
All right, good.
So, can we have Crowbar and Gulof with their bows ready, please?
Those are beautiful rectangles, GM Hobbs. I don't know why you should be making fun of your map.
Yeah, I guess
No one could have done that better than you.
I have skills. All right, so you got Faolan, and then
Crowbar and
Eric.
Gulof will have their bows out.
Oh, I forgot. You guys you guys didn't even go looking for Golve. He just ran off into the woods. So
I was actually going to ask about that. We guess we never found him?
No, apparently not. so it goes Faolan, Eric. Who's after Eric?
Whoops.
Who's responsible for Golve?
I'm assuming it is your archers next, then Azarus, and then Agath. Let's see if this works.
Loreth the Beautiful, I might actually be able to play with you. You may not want me to be thrown down.
Friday nights is I play Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition. So
fair enough. All right, onwards.
So not on a Friday. Anyway, can you guys see that? You guys have sheets now? You have characters? Isn't that nice? Tokens. This is what it looks like when the game actually works. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. All right, so you guys slowly go down. And basically it takes some serious time. I'm figuring it's going to take you just to go 100 feet down these stairs there's some boulders and there's actually some moss and some vines, and sometimes it flakes away. The wall on your left flakes away, but you make it to the first landing after about an hour or so. Maybe not quite that long, but give or take.
Anything interesting around the first landing other than no entrance or anything there?
No, you don't find an entrance.
All right. I'm going to press on behind this curtain behind the vine curtain in the same way. You can almost taste the base of the cavern.
All right, so as you go moving down, tapping along with your spear, you move past. You're about maybe halfway down, but it seems like the spear didn't dislodge any of the stairs, and neither did your steps, but the weight must have loosened them enough that Eric has a problem to deal with. Eric, make a dex check.
All right.
Okay.
Please just got a charisma check, Eric.
So don't feel like it's perfect like this is. It's, irregular and difficult traversing, and like it's only 5 to 6 feet wide. Oh no! All right, so Eric, Faolan, you're in front of him. You're in front of him. So, oh shit! I lost my eraser. Give me a second. It's like my there it is.
We do like a
My
LFG style rescue move.
So he loses his footing and starts to fall. What are you going to do? You could probably stab him with your spear and maybe keep him up.
But could Eric grab the vine?
Yeah. So which way am I falling?
Or is it
just like straight down, or what?
You just lost your footing at this point. So I'm assuming you have a spear and your shield, right?
Yes.
So you probably would have to drop your spear to grab something, or someone could. You kind of basically your dex check was to catch yourself, and you failed that. So it's going to take somebody else to help you, maybe.
No, I'm gonna try and. Can I use my spear to?
Quick, grab
I'm
him. If he falls, then he'll be the first one to the.
Spear and grab him. If I can, I'll slam the spear into the stone and grab him. But if that's a bit outrageous, I'll just drop my spear and grab him.
You're going to try to grab him. So here, this is what I'll do. If you want to make sure you keep your spear, you can make a. It seems kind of dexterity, but you can choose dexterity or strength. I don't care. If you want to keep your spear, you have disadvantage on the roll, or you can just take it regularly and lose your spear.
My thinking is he's a bit above me on the stairs, so he's
Yep.
gonna kind of fall, but also slide down. So I'm gonna use kind of my strength to kind of like almost like prop him up. Is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And I missed the bit about the spear, but if I have more chance of saving him dropping the spear, I'll drop the spear.
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna lose your spear, but you can just roll a strength check.
All right.
So there's a lot of people that talk about saving. Go ahead and roll it. I'm just going to blather while you do. To talk about saving throws in old school games and when do you use a saving throw versus when do you do an attribute check. So like if no one else tried to save him, I maybe would have made him make a saving throw now. Attribute checks are obviously easier, but they never change. Your attributes never change in this game, whereas a saving throw does get better over time, but the stakes are always seem to be much higher with saving throws. But anyway, so
I got you, brother.
yeah, it seems like Faolan, his spear clatters down the stairs and then spins down into the next and is lost into the depths below. But Eric is saved.
Oh, thank you, my friend.
We'll give him a good adventurer's handshake. Draw my sword.
Azarus, why don't you roll a d6, sir?
Omar asks if we can go home now.
So you guys are down right now. You're halfway down the second stair. So you guys are about 150 feet down.
You know, with your skills, Crowbar, you could probably find us the safest way through.
Can we go home now? He said. All right. So the clattering and the shouts of Eric nearly falling down seems to have drawn something, but you are not surprised as Azarus points them out. All right, let me see here. So some small, feathery, bird-like creatures with long proboscis and some fairly long, like 4 or 5 appendages on either side. They're kind of fat and wormy looking with bat-like wings, but they also seem to have a feathered body. They come swooping in, but I will let... what are you guys going to do?
Put them down, Crowbar and Gulaf.
So you guys want to shoot you guys are shooting bows? All right, let's roll for initiative.
Her death comes swiftly on bat-like wings.
4 bat-like wings, Crowbar. 4 bat-like wings. Rolling our initiative.
Let's let the new guy do it. Taylor, beat a 3.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
movement, missiles. So missile weapons. Go ahead.
Would
Tomorrow we'll go ahead and fire off an arrow.
Go ahead. Shoot them. Both of you guys can shoot. Are you shooting at the same one or different ones?
Oh, you're
Nice.
shooting at the same ones now. Yes.
All right, so crowbar pierces one, and it goes flapping into the wall below you at the stairwell with a keening yell. I don't know if Saggy's still out there, but I had to drop the keening in for him.
Bluff will target another one. Oh, we can both hit in the same round. It can happen. It's AC 3 for 6 with
Indeed.
2 off.
So another one the two archers find some aim, and two of them flop into the wings and then tumble down into the mist and darkness below. All right, what's the rest of you guys doing?
How far away are they, Jason?
About they're coming in at you guys. They're too far for like handheld weapons, but you could throw something at them if you want.
I wouldn't have time to ready my bow and arrow.
In this game, I don't usually do that. I let people switch back and forth between weapons.
So I'll take a shot. I'll take a shot too. Then
go ahead. The only thing is if when they attack this round, you will not have a shield.
When they come in, no, I'm gonna brace with my shield and sword and prepare to take one hand to hand.
All right, Eric, what are you doing?
Would they be out of range of a
No, you can go ahead and
spear
stab
thrust?
with. You can go ahead and stab with your spear thrust. It's kind of as they're coming in towards you, you stab at them.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, you miss as it comes flying in. Azarus or Agath or both.
All right, let's see. Agath, I think he is as it flies in. How many of them are there? You said
there are two left. There's one of them coming towards you guys, and one of them coming towards the front two guys that are lower on the
front
stairs.
two guys.
Yeah.
Okay, I think. Do we block each other's movement on this narrow space?
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't be able to go down farther if that's
okay. Wouldn't be able to go. Okay, so yeah, I think Agath, it's coming closer to us, and Azarus will brace for impact.
Okay, did you say Agath? He has a spear. He can attack if he wants.
Yes, he has a spear. Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's make an attack. Take this, flying bat sturge. 12.
Damn, I gotta get better. Is that hit AC 8 or AC 7?
Good question.
Normal man, right?
7.
Yeah.
7, right? Yeah, I think so.
Think.
Not for a normal man because their Thaco's 20.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it just misses.
You're killing me, Agath.
All right,
Even
so
in my bow.
Azarus and Faolan, here they are. Ooh, Faolan, that's a hit. So one of them thumps into you. Oh, wait, the other one's a +2. That's a 10. That doesn't hit Azarus. All right, so it thumps into you. It's proboscis, sticking nastily into Faolan's an open area. Did you forget your codpiece this morning?
Something like that.
I'm just kidding. 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. Oh, and these things.
All right.
These things sticking.
You can sacrifice your shield if you want to.
Hey, you know what I'm going to.
All right, yeah. So you basically Captain America it out of the air, block it away, but your shield clatters down the stairwell. All right, initiative.
Is that me again?
Yep.
Did I get to attack? Do I get to attack?
No.
Jason?
Nope. Sorry. Because there's no like holding your action or anything like that in OSE.
Oh, I see. Okay.
In initiative.
Oh, simultaneous. All right, so they're going to come in and everyone can attack at the same time. So Eric and Fail, why don't you guys shoot your bows first? That would come first.
Okay, I got it. Crowbar and Gulof engaged in missile fire.
Oh, so you'd only be shooting at the one that's still flying around. The other one is still stuck in Faolan.
Shooting at the one that's flying around then.
All right.
I hit AC 5 for...
You killed it. Nick.
Listen, if I thunder my shield, is he still stuck in me?
Oh no, yeah, you're right. He's not. You're right. I'm sorry. You killed one of them so far. I
Three,
forgot
it was
about
the
that
being
part.
stuck. Yeah, all good.
Yeah. Gulaf, go ahead.
Buff will attack the remaining bat-like birdie. It's -2 armor class. This is how you do it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, and it kills it. They're all dead.
Nice.
Undamaged though.
That's all it had was 1 hit point. So another one taken down by the archers.
Crowbar and Gulaf, I salute you.
All right, we only have a few more stairwells to make it down. So you guys can just come back up here. Oh, there's going to be another landing down here. I didn't really expect you guys to survive this long. All right, so you guys reached the next landing. So it's actually probably past time to take a rest. And you guys are more than halfway to the bottom.
And do I happen to come across my spear anywhere, or is that's
farther down? Yeah.
Farther down. All right. Yeah. So probably we want to rest on a landing rather than on a stairwell.
Yeah. So we would just say the landing is down here. You could just be at this landing down here if you want to. I don't care. So not everyone really, unless you guys are really tight, are going to be able to be resting there. Someone's going to have to be sitting on the stairs or something. So Faolan is below, so that would be below. So.
Right. Yep.
Faolan just fell off the back. All right.
Very far below.
All right, so you guys it takes about a 10-minute rest, sharpen your weapons, and you guys aren't going to be able to get those arrows back either, Brian. All right, so
you retrieve the any of the sturges?
No, they just because you hit them all with arrows, so they were just kind of flying, so they would have just went down along with your spear.
But might be
I'm more worried about Nick getting me killed than that arrow.
You can always convince the others to go back anytime.
You're welcome to leave at any time, Grover. Think of the gold.
All right, so it is you're kind of like in the shade now. The sun has passed over the gorge far enough that it's kind of darker in here than it was before, especially hidden behind this foliage. So it's actually going to be getting close to where you might have to light a torch on this stairwell.
I want to light a torch on this stairwell. When you say close to?
Like before you get to the bottom.
Get to the bottom. We're going to want to press on as far as we think we can push it without lighting a torch. Do you think we can make the next landing before we need to light a torch, Jason?
No.
No. All right.
All you guys roll a d6.
We're all rolling d6s. You got cut off.
Yes, please roll a d6, sir.
No sound, do I? Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Did someone say they couldn't hear me? Oh, no. All right, so what I meant, when you guys come down here and you start to rest, you're talking about, should we get a torch out or not? Crowbar is complaining, and Eric kind of looks at like the detritus and derbis and debris along the landing, and actually spots some bones and steps on something that crunches underneath his feet, and he recognizes it as a spider carapace.
Hey guys, look what I found.
Regular spider carapace.
Yeah, and now when he starts to point it out, you guys can see there's kind of a bunch of them. There's spiders kind of crawling all around this landing.
Okay. How large are these spiders? Just
Small, regular sized. They shouldn't hurt. I mean, surely you guys can rest here. It won't. Nothing could
Let's
possibly
press
go
on.
wrong.
I think.
Well, if we
should-
light a, yeah,
You go, Eric.
I mean, if we light a torch, that might like help keep them away. But I don't think that we should rest here, though.
No, I don't think we should rest here at all. I'm just concerned about drawing attention to ourselves by lighting a torch in the dark. One option would be for us, I guess, it's not. We'd still have a torch, which would. But we're behind the curtain. If we light a torch and and keep behind the curtain, another option would be to throw a torch off the edge, as a kind of a distraction. Doris, with a lantern, can we kind of shutter that, or?
Yes,
Taylor or Tyler? No, it is Taylor. Son of a gun.
it is Taylor. Yep.
Yeah, roll a d6, will you? All right, so as you guys are trying to figure out what you should do, what is Agatha's AC?
Agath has an AC 7.
Oh boy, Agath. Agath cries out suddenly. Cries out suddenly. Roll a d20. Oh, it doesn't matter. Agath cries out suddenly, slaps at the back of his neck. Ooh, falls forward. He falls down in front of Faolan, and he's going to fall off the rest of the way. What do you do?
I'm going to grab him.
Go ahead, try the same thing. Strength check.
No.
Oh, you failed. Agath.
Oh,
If
Agath,
Agath, we hardly knew you.
more blood on my hands.
Tumbles off the other ledge with a silent scream. Poof, flops off of some boulders. Poof, poof, disappears into the darkness below. And that's when you spot the reason. Camouflage in the side of the wall right near Azarus is a large 5-foot-long hunting spider, which if you could tell it's of facial features of how it feels right now, he's kind of pissed that you didn't catch Agath because that was supposed to be his meal. All right, roll a d6 for initiative.
Nice, Azurus. Nice,
Yeah.
Taylor.
Oh, simultaneous.
Oh,
All right, so Azarus right there. Faolan, it's probably your head is kind of right about where Azarus's knees is, and it's on the wall. So you wouldn't be able to reach it unless you had a spear, but you could move out of the way. And Eric could stab at it with his spear.
Yep, I'll do that.
Which he will do.
All right, so movement. So you can just kind of move down and keep an eye out. Crowbar. So it's kind of above you on the wall. Azarus is a little bit in the way. You guys could try to move and get a shot on it if you want. Eric, you're going to have to move down a little more. Azarus, are you going to attack it or are you going to try to flee it?
let's see, if I were to try to withdraw, would I be able to get between Crowbar and Eric and trying to lure it out? All right, I'll do that. I'll step out like such and try to lure it out to where the rest of the group can get at it.
Yeah, so normally I would just have a spider token, but tokens, like my stuff is like timed out as far as that goes. So it actually scuttles down right along the wall. So that would be movement. So it's going to be right in front of, on the ground, on the wall next to Gulaf there. So it could spring off there and attack almost any of the three of you guys. But I don't really think I don't think you can fire weapons in melee in OSC, can you? Does anybody know?
I have this vague thought that there's like a minimum range, but I might be muddling it with LFG.
Oh. I don't care. You guys can go ahead and shoot if you want, but you're not going to get your dex bonus against if it attacks you, Brian. How's that sound? What do you want to do, Brian? Do you want to fire, or do you want to attack with your hand weapons, or?
I want to use my missile weapons if I can. Like you said, it doesn't matter. If it attacks me, I'm going to get hit.
Yeah, you can, but you won't get your dex bonus on your AC if you shoot your arrows, okay? So go ahead and fire, because those are missiles.
So you're saying if I try to stab it with my dagger, I can get my dex bonus on my AC?
Yes.
I can barely hear anything right now.
Yes, go ahead and swing. If you swing with your dagger, then you'll have your regular AC. If you use missiles in combat, then you won't have your dex bonus.
These are those decisions. I'm going to try to kill it with an arrow.
All right, you're shooting your arrows. Go ahead. Missiles come before melee. Oop, that hits. It is not dead. It is 5 feet long, so it's pretty big.
So if it's missiles, could I shoot back with a bow?
Yes, go ahead, Faolan. You can shoot.
Yep.
You can pick another shot.
Take the option where I take
hits AC 6.
Yeah, you can take a -4.
Loft hits AC 6, GM Hobbs.
Yeah, I see it. I lost the page. That hits.
Goody. I hit twice.
Yep. That misses. All right, so this is who it's attacking. Oh, Eric, you can go ahead and attack melee. And so
Yes.
Azarus as well.
He will try to run it through with his.
Go ahead, buddy. All right, that hits. Unfortunately, it's still going to get a attack on Gulaf. Ooh, a 17. Gulaf takes 4 points of damage and roll a d20 for a saving throw. Brian, that's you. Roll a d20 for a 10. That doesn't look good.
Gulaf rolls a 10.
All right, so Gulaf was bit, and right as he was bit, the spider paused and it's scuttling along the wall. Eric thrusts with his spear and kills it. Its talons come out, but almost instantly you can see purplish black starting to follow the veins along Gulaf's arm.
Zorus. Hell, man.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. So I think in the house rule it said that if I had a good wisdom, I a first level spell.
Yeah, but you should have chosen that ahead of time, right?
Yes, I had written Cure Light Wounds on my sheet before. I don't think that would. I could try that on him, but I don't. It wouldn't. I don't think it would help with poison.
Yeah, probably not.
You'd know that, right?
Yeah, you don't think that would help with poison.
Okay.
Want to try the old suck it out?
Hey, worth a shot.
Walker, Texas Ranger style.
Nobody says carapace anymore? Coleman show? I'm looking through the chat while you guys decide what you want to do.
So, bottom of the stairs. Crowbar?
So you can see that he was bitten, and you can see this purplish black instead of the regular light blue of his veins. It's kind of edging back towards his heart.
So we could try this. We could try to do a little bloodletting, and let's let it from just above where the poison is going from, and then you can Walker, Texas Ranger, that stuff right, and see if that'll prevent it from spreading into his core.
Brian, are you with us? Can you hear us?
Can hear something here and there. Guloff has 1 hit point left, so you can't cut him up too bad.
Do you want to try and suck out the poison, Brian? Does anyone want to try and stop the poison? So the way I usually do this is you're basically going to make a saving throw, and if you pass, then I can't remember how we did it. We did this recently in one of Jose's games, I think. Basically what happens is if you are successful, basically you're going to make 2 saving throws, once for each person, the one trying to suck it out, and if you fail, then you are poisoned now. But if you succeed, then it gives the other guy another check. You know what I'm saying? So you get another saving throw.
Sounds good. And it looks like Crowbar is going to try it. So he's saying so in the...
All right, so you could poison yourself, Crowbar. I want you to understand that.
Crowbar will try to save Guloff.
All right, nice. So make a saving throw versus poison. I'm going to give you a +4. Normally you get a +2. I should look that up. So make a saving throw versus poison +4.
So Crowbar failed his poison save.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 5. I needed a 3. Say there was some pluses.
Yeah, you got a total of +4 though, so you needed an 8. Oh wait, no. Yeah, you need a 13.
Crowbar's.
All right, now Crowbar is poisoned, but you do get another saving throw for Guloff.
Oh, Crowbar.
Oh man.
So make another saving throw. You need an 8.
Make a saving throw for Guloff.
Yep. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh,
is that
man.
the same roll?
Yeah, you rolled exactly the
Is it
same thing.
actually rolling?
You can
no.
you can try again.
What are the odds to roll 5 twice in a row?
5%.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, so it's slowed, but you can still see Azarus is pretty sure they probably have less than maybe an hour or less to live.
Okay. What can we actually do here?
I don't know.
Well, I feel like if...
We've been able to come up with a creative solution to everything so far. There's got to be one.
Oh God.
Can't just be beaten by the numbers.
I don't know.
Did you see what Maltworm put in the chat?
I don't think I'm getting all of them. Hang on. Where is it? You're right.
Best help get me to the bottom in the next hour, then. So you guys are one more flight of stairs from the bottom.
I mean, can we even get up? There might be something down there to help us. Hang on.
Can we? Here's an idea. Could we buy some time, potentially by pulling some vines off to maybe tourniquet where the poison was? I don't know if that would work for Crowbar because he was sucking on it. We want to tourniquet his neck, or
yeah, you could maybe tourniquet or cut off his arm. Or...
Yeah.
Get Crowbar to like vomit.
I like this.
You get him to like vomit it up, Crowbar. Vomit it up.
I flash Crowbar to get him to vomit.
Well, it takes you a while.
Fingers on your throat.
It takes quite a while for you to get all that armor off in order to flash him.
Oh, rough.
Just kidding.
Zora, seriously, and maybe you can make him like, maybe you can do like some sort of like, I don't know, like stomach press. I mean, I don't know how much our characters would know about anything like that. And honestly, I know nothing. So, but
I'm down with it. If Azarus, if you make a wisdom check, we'll give Crowbar another saving throw.
Okay, so here we go.
All right.
yes,
Succeeds.
Yes.
All right.
Success.
Crowbar, you get another saving throw. You don't get the +2 though, so you need a 10 or better to survive this poison.
Crowbar.
All right, here we go. Crowbar
Yeah.
saving throw versus death.
Think of the gold, Crowbar. There's going to be so much gold. Pull through, buddy. Pull through. It's so much gold. Don't close your eyes.
my God!
Don't close your eyes.
Hey, you did better than 5 this time.
Oh.
Stay with me, Crowbar.
All right, so Crowbar is fading fast. You can see his eyes are starting to get that gazed look. But you can double the amount of time. I'll give you 2 hours to save Gulaf. What do you guys do?
I would like to try to tourniquet the arm. I think he was bitten in the arm.
Yeah.
I want to try to.
I was saying you did do that. That's why you had.
Oh, okay.
I doubled the time left for Gulaf.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm not sure I deserve that, but you're very welcome. All right, so now what are you guys going to do? You are about 200 feet down into the chasm. You have one more landing, so I guess you're 200 feet. It's 200 feet to the surface above you, and it is about 5 in the evening. It's getting darker as time goes on, and you feel like Crowbar's eyes are starting to glaze over. But he says, I can make it a little while. What does Crowbar want to do with his last hour? Or Brian?
Sit there and die.
He just sits back on his go on without me. I'm not exerting myself anymore to do anything.
On Crowbar. No, so
I mean, I'm gonna die. So what's the point?
You never know.
but we might find something which could help you.
Is Gulaf dead as well?
Gulaf has 2 hours.
So this is my thinking.
Faolan, I'll be here.
Be here.
On the lower level, though.
So this is what I'm thinking. I mean, like, I would fall back to save Crowbar.
Did Gulaf die as well?
He will be dying. He's got 2 hours to live. They used a tourniquet to slow down the poison.
It's an hour back up. and then what do we do when we get to the surface anyway? My thinking is that maybe we will find something which can help us if we press on. Everyone's being very quiet. I mean, Crowbar, like, can take this, right?
What do you guys want to do?
I kind of agree with Faolan.
Hey, you guys
there.
might as well go on without me. I can't hear anything.
Oh boy. So do you guys want to try and head down, and if you guys find something, then we can say he's with you. If not, then we can go farther.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Crowbar's got about an hour.
Yeah.
I reckon we can do something in an hour. We just need a bit more. Zorus is going to pray a lot. And well, we can do something in an hour.
Yep.
And
Yeah, let's head down.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll head down, and the light will guide us.
bring the can I like it. It will guide us. And can we bring that spider corpse, because we might need to feed it to something?
Sure, you're going to carry it since you don't have a shield or a spear anymore.
Yeah, I'm using gloves though.
Okay.
I'm gonna carry the spider corpse, and yeah, spider corpse in one hand and sword in the other. I'm also kind of, I don't know, maybe there's some holy woman or something down there who can use it to make an anti-venom. Let's get down there and let's find something to save Crowbar.
All right, so
Don't let the numbers beat you, people.
You guys could make it down faster if you want to. You know, you guys are moving at slow exploration speed. You could hustle down if you'd like. But there's going to be a chance that something bad could happen. Dex check to be, to see if everything's good.
My vote is that we're slow but steady. If someone falls now, we don't want to lose someone else. I have so much blood on my hands.
Crowbar's going good. Crowbar and Gulag is going. I have so much blood on my hands. He says. All right. So you guys are going down.
Gulag's not dead yet?
No, he's got 2 hours. Crowbar has 1 hour. But it's going to take almost an hour to get to the bottom if you go at regular pace.
It's going to be okay, Crowbar. You just keep thinking about gold.
All right, I'm going to roll randomly to see what's down here. I didn't think you guys would get this far on my table of who knows what the hell's happening. All right. So, yeah, it looks like you guys reach the bottom, but it's dark, right? By the time you get to the bottom, it's going to be pretty dark down here.
At the bottom.
I will light up my lantern, and we can.
Hang on. I guess, yeah. I'm just wondering about this lighting the lantern thing.
I hold off on lighting the lantern.
I don't light the lantern after all.
No, I mean, it might be a good idea, but I suppose we have to find something, right, if we're going to help these guys.
Yeah,
I'm just going to take...
I think we're going to need the light either way.
Yeah, we need it. All right. We're down. Okay. All right, lantern. Let's do it.
All right, so you guys use your lantern to look around, and it's pretty easy to tell that any passage that was used looks like a path kind of goes back along to the west along the bottom. You do find Agath's corpse. Here's roll a d6, Faolan. 1 or 2, your spear survives. 4, it did not survive the fall, but you find the pieces. Agath did not survive the fall either.
Did Agath's spear survive the fall?
Well, roll a d6. 1 or 2, it survived.
No.
Nope. Either it didn't or it was lost. But there is a path along the bottom, trailing off to the left.
Okay. I'll make a note of where Agath's body is. As terrible as it is, if we need to use it to save someone else, we will. And we're going to start approaching down the path. Is Crowbar and Gulaf, are they able to kind of act or in their final hours, or are they?
Yes, but Crowbar is definitely in a bad way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move your guys as tokens up here, and I'm going to draw as we go. Faolan's in the lead. Is Eric next to him? Azarus maybe. Is that good?
Yeah, that's fine.
You guys are headed to the left. All right.
Yeah. Following the path. Did that henchman have a shield?
I don't know.
Azora?
I know Agath did not.
He did not. Okay.
If you mean Gulaf, he only has
what
his
weapon
short
did he have?
bow and a dagger and a club and some other gear.
What weapon did he have?
Agath had a
Azura?
spear and a dagger, but the spear was
Okay.
rolled.
That's all right. So I thought it might be an idea to pick one up, but never mind.
So as you guys are walking along the edge here, you can see I drew a little map. I don't know if the people can see or not. I better see that, I guess. So up here, it looks like there's like rocks and debris and foliage is kind of on the ground, like a bit of moss as the vines and stuff have fallen from above. There's also some kind of that'd be cool. There's some kind of moss or lichen that has appeared, and the jungle of the bottom continues off down into the cleft. And you can hear, occasional sounds and trumpeting and maybe roars and kind of strange, just the same weird sounds of a jungle, but a slightly weird off jungle. It seems like a low, like sometimes it feels like there's a humming in the air when the barometer has changed significantly. It kind of has that feeling, but it's pretty soft and it doesn't drive you too crazy or anything at that point. What you do see is up here, it looks like there's some kind of rock formation that might look like a totem or something. Like it has had some kind of man-made effects to it.
Is that a cave opening there? There's a gap between the...
You can't tell because you'd have to get up there to see that.
Okay. All right. So...
Crowbar is starting to mutter stuff about the farmer and a chicken coop and a dog and how he would take the eggs and eat them and run from the dog.
You're going to have all of those things. Just think of the gold. Stay with us. Don't go to the farm, Crowbar.
So Crowbar has at most a turn or two left. Gulaf has twice that.
All right, so what do we see in this totem?
So it's about maybe 3 feet tall. It looks almost hexagonal or maybe pentagonal at the bottom, and then it kind of comes up to some sort of weirdish bust that's difficult to tell the features. How much time are you going to spend looking at it, I guess? A turn?
That's what we've got, right?
Yes.
This is so good.
We don't do that.
We could look at the totem, or we could look in the cave. Azorus, do you know anything about this?
Does the totem look like any, religious symbology that I would recognize?
So make a wisdom check, -4 to your wisdom. Ooh, nice. You have a 17, right? Or no, you have a 13. So that would be a 9.
Yes.
So you failed. No, you don't recognize it. But you would guess that it has some sort of symbology of something. It must be a tomb or a shrine or something. But you don't know what it is of.
Okay.
Well, I mean, what are the odds of touching it? A totem of poison removal.
Lick it! No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Now, this is probably the best game that Maltworm would like, Coleman Show. There's no dynamic lighting. It's just drawing as we go here.
Cool.
So,
all right. So, quick to the party. Do we press on? We don't think this can help. Crowbar? Come back from the farm, Crowbar.
So it does seem like a cave entrance is inside, and it does look like it's mostly. It looks like it would be very difficult to see because it's got like an overlip. You wouldn't be able to see it from above, and with whatever foliage and rocks and stuff are down here, it looks like it's pretty hidden. But since you guys followed the staircase, it was easier to find.
Look back at my companions.
Shall we go in?
I can think of no reason not to. If we friend Crow, then we won't find it if we don't go in.
Oh, we won't find it if we don't go in. To Aminar for something holy in this God's forsaken place.
All right, so your light, as you come around that corner, you can see that it does open into some sort of chamber that has been mostly natural, but it has been affected. And there does seem like there's some kind of stone that's almost pentagonal over there. And then in this back corner, you can just kind of see it looks like there's some sort of statue back there.
Okay. And Jason, can I get you to let us know when it looks like we're in our final moments with Crowbar?
Yeah, so I mean, it's probably taken you 3 or 4 minutes to move into this area, so it's getting close, and his eyes are starting to get dark, and he's starting to lose it. But he could do whatever. But there is like a statue in the back. It looks kind of just like a head coming out of. It's like a dry ground, but there are like a bunch of kind of skulls and skeletons kind of around the area, and then that pentagonal thing has a flat top. It's almost like a stone table, but been etched or carved almost into a pentagonal shape, on the sides.
So I'm kind of struggling a bit here. So there's a head statue, and then there's pentagonal. It is like an altar.
There's the statue. This could be an altar here. Yes.
The other roundish thing.
Yeah, this is pentagonal down here. Let me see if I can.
Oh yeah, I got it. That could be an altar. There's a statue. And there is some sort of, and then is it a closed cave? Is that what the line is, or does this indicate like a river or something?
Yeah, that's water, like a pool, like a black pool of the darkness is in there.
Does Azarus recognize anything here? Probably not, I'd say.
Yeah, not necessarily. It does at the top. It looks like there's a round circle, and it looks like it has some kind of blackness to it. Like maybe it's a liquid on top, or maybe it's like a bowl that's convex, underneath, and it's holding some kind of liquid on there. Something is going on the top of the flat pentagonal plinth.
And what does the head look like? Is
So
it like an insect? Is it a human?
no, it kind of looks like an elongated human with its mouth open, like maybe like those heads from that island, that's in the
Easter Island?
yeah.
Oh, that's a good omen. All right. But I wonder about Crowbar drinking the liquid.
So here we'll give an opportunity for one last chance for Crowbar to make a saving throw. There is some kind of moss or something, and if Azarus can make another wisdom check, then he can find it. Some stuff that might give you an opportunity. I'm getting so nice in my old age. It must be almost 10 o'clock.
Very nice.
But you have to make a wisdom
will.
check, and then but there's only enough antidote for one, either Crowbar or Gulaf.
Wisdom check. Here we go.
Oh, all right. So he's like, oh, but you have to run over there by the pool of water there to gather it up.
I will do just that.
Okay.
I am bound by the law.
All right. So Azarus runs over, finds this stuff, and he's like, all right, we just gotta get this into you.
Let's see. So I'm thinking we could probably kind of mush it, grind it up a little bit, and get it in his mouth. Maybe rub his throat a little bit, because he had taken the poison orally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you giving it to? Crowbar?
We'll
or
give it to.
Gulaf?
Let's give it to Crowbar.
Well, I mean, they can choose. I'm gonna I think it's up to Brian.
Oh, yeah, Brian, you may choose.
So I'm have one antidote for maybe get a saving throw for one of my guys, and the other one has the henchman's got to go.
Yeah, whoever doesn't get the antidote dies.
All right, well, we'll make another saving throw for Crowbar.
All right. So you choose Faolan.
I don't know how many.
Gulaf is like, oh, go ahead,
I
master.
don't know how many saving throws I missed tonight, but this is what it is.
Yeah, straight up saving throw.
On Crowbar. You don't want the farm.
Oh
Statue.
my god!
Oh no!
All right, so he's like, oh, "I'm sorry, Gulaf. I'll drink it," and you mix
It
it with
looks
some
like
of the
Crowbar
water.
brought the whole farm, huh?
His eyes glaze over.
What about the? Not ever. I mean, what about the bowl on the altar?
Yeah, wasn't there some sort of liquid in?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it doesn't look good, but
How are you guys even gonna make it back with two people? Oh, where's Eric?
where's Eric?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, sorry.
Phelan was so excited he jumped into his arms.
Oh man. Crowbar, do you want the liquid?
Crowbar's dead.
It's for Gulaf.
Yeah.
Crowbar is passed.
So we don't have any more time for Crowbar. Like even one round. One.
Oh, he can have like why? What do you want him to do? He's not going to be able to do anything. Nothing will work to save him. He's too far gone at this point. Any last words for Crowbar?
I was thinking of trying to. I didn't really want it. I was thinking if I could try and offer some sort of deal to this this Queen of Lust person that there'll be another oath when I read it. But yeah, if I offer to serve a quest, which doesn't involve, if I offer something to this cult figure which I accidentally joined,
It might save Gulaf, which is
Oh,
already,
gone.
which what do you want to try that? what are you going to do? Are you going to usually? I mean, it comes with a sacrifice if you even want to get the attention of any sort of patron. When you say,
Yeah, I know. But I think
what kind of
we're
sacrifice do a bunch of
sacrificing to
dudes?
sacrifice.
What kind of sacrifice do a
No.
bunch of dudes do for a goddess of lust?
Uh,
This might be
Yeah,
edging into some
maybe-
weird territory.
so strange. Um,
Oh God. All right, so we are pushing on 10 o'clock. So,
yeah.
what do you guys want to do? You never looked at the liquid. You didn't get close to the totem.
Let's look at the liquid.
Liquid.
Yep.
All right, when you get the light on it, it looks kind of like some blackish, oily, and viscous, kind of reflecting the torchlight some.
Doesn't look
Does it-
like a good thing.
Does it have a particular smell to it?
Like a slightly acrid kind of smell. No one's touched it, I'm assuming. It looks dark in the torchlight.
Right. And
Only-
if we go ahead.
No, you go. You're the expert here.
Okay, I was going to say if we look at the circle up here, did that have something? I think you said that had some stuff over the top of it. Does that look to be the same substance?
No, it doesn't have any liquid on it.
It does not. Okay.
No, sorry. It had like detritus. It had like there were bones and skulls littering the floor over by the statue of the head,
Gotcha.
the bald conical head that's over there.
I think we just Azores, I think we have to just commend Gulaf to the gods. And we can search the statue and hopefully find something to make this worthwhile.
Yep.
That's what we should do. We need to make it back, but I do have a spear. I mean, I don't have the 10-foot pole, do I? We have the spear
Yes.
to kind of poke around the bones like lying around there. We probably can't tell whether they're sacrifices or anything like that, or whether they're people who've been killed trying to get it.
Make an intelligence check, or just roll a d6. You choose.
I think I might roll the d6. Thanks.
All right. Need a 1.
Right. Well, maybe I'll make an intelligence check. No, I said d6. No, none of that.
All right. Yeah.
Oh,
You can't
come
tell.
on! Come on!
You can't tell. You kind of flip. You kind of you have your 2 hands on your spear and you're kind of shifting it around.
I don't have a spear.
What do you do that?
Yeah,
Sword? You're using a sword?
I've got a sword.
Eric has a spear.
Eric, I'm happy to do it if you want to lend me a spear. I'm not having any more deaths on my head.
Sure. Eric will lend him his.
I will shuffle around these sort of tapping kind of 10-foot pole style, but obviously 6 foot around the bones.
Okay.
And then I would like to kind of tap tap around the statue.
So the bones are kind of piled up along the bottom, so you can only see like half open mouth of this pile of debris and detritus. Some dust and rocks and foliage that have blown in around the bottom half. So it's only like you can see its wide eyes. It's like an elongated face with its mouth wide open. Even the teeth are almost kind of like etched out of the stone, but it is like an opening kind of where his mouth is. But you can only see the top half of it.
It might shoot something out of the mouth of the eyes. So I'm going to ask everyone else to kind of move out of the the gaze, if you will, of the statue.
So move wherever you guys
and
are
I'm
going.
going to try. I obviously can't see which way the face is pointing, so I'm going to kind of theater of the mind. What I'm going to try and do is get a little bit almost to the side of the head.
It's probably pointing this way.
And then
at the altar.
It's interesting. And use the spear to kind of try and shuffle those skeletons out the way, because I would like to see, and if we could have the lantern shining into the mouth, because we're wanting to see if there's something in the mouth.
Eric, who's holding that lantern?
I think that was me. So
Lazarus. So where are you going to be? All right, nice.
Let's see. I think I may need to. I will step up as close as I need to in order.
What's Gulaf doing during this, Brian? Thinking about Goulash?
Gulaf's still alive?
Yeah, he's still got an hour.
I guess he's doing whatever they're doing.
Okay. So they're investigating this statue of a head that's partially buried in bone and detritus.
And if he wanted to, Crowbar, he could. There is the liquid. We might find something else more about it. But I just thought it looks like a nasty death, and it might be better to. Well, go
poisoned by a
with
spider.
Well, rather than, I mean, like hopefully his soul at least gets out of this intact, kind of thing.
No problem trying to use a thief skill to help you guys find something. He's got some, if that helps.
All right.
What's your
make
find
some
and
kind
remove
of
traps?
roll.
What's your find and remove traps, sir? Do you know? Gulaf reaches. Does he?
38%, GM Hobbs. 38%.
Not bad. So Gulaf moves in there and he's kind of edging some of the bones away, trying to look at everything and see. He doesn't really think there's anything on there. Roll a d6, Mark.
All I heard was roll and then nothing.
Yeah. All right, I just said roll a d6, Mark. He did. That's good. Now roll another d6. Maybe you don't even need to. So when Gulaf is up against the statue and searching it out, you can kind of see it looks like there's sort of a rippling happening in the water. And then something is starting to come out of it. It's got kind of a large conical head, and he's maybe 8 feet tall, hulking, and he's got like a big femur. Actually, like it's a piece of chain, and on the end of it is an iron box that he comes out, and he just kind of opens his mouth, and some water rains out of his nose and face, and he's just like, "Ugh." So what do you guys do?
Guys, Eric will draw his sword. Swing.
Iron box. You mean like literally a box that could be opened?
Yeah, it's like an iron cube attached to the chain.
Does it look like a flesh and blood?
Does the creature?
The thing coming out, yeah.
Yeah, you would say so, but
Okay.
Like it's got like moss growing out of its ear, and it doesn't look like its eyes are glazed over. You don't really see pupils or anything like that.
Mm. Yeah, I'm thinking we probably are not going to be able to negotiate with this one.
Roll initiative. That's you, Taylor.
Sorry, discount what I rolled.
Oh, sorry.
You're like, I want to roll. Oh, Azarus already did. You got a 5. Nice. All right, what do you guys do? So this creature is like coming out. It must be getting pretty close as it just kind of moves forward. It's standing about knee deep in the edge of the pool next to the altar, and he does have like this a chain in one hand. It's heavy with verdigris, pretty thick, and it's attached about 5 foot of chain to this iron box that's probably by 2 by 2 by 2.
And how tall is it?
8 feet.
8 feet? Okay.
What do I do, kids?
All right. What's Gulaf do, Brian? Oh, he probably can't tell what's going on. Eric, what are you going to do? You said you had your sword ready.
Yeah.
I heard my name. Is Golaf doing something?
Yeah, I'm asking you if he is doing something. Like an ogre zombie has just came out of the pool.
How long do we have real time, Jason?
Whatever.
Okay.
I heard that. I have to go away from the computer for a second for the cat.
No
I'll be
problem.
right back.
Eric, what do you do?
So, what? I mean, are we balanced? So, what's? I mean, are we gonna fight this thing, or are we fleeing?
Yeah, part of me thinks we got to know when to hold them and know. Because if we fight this thing, then we also may run. On the other hand, though, yeah.
If we fight this thing, we've also got to. Oh man, it is enormous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just wondering. All right, is it worth just reaching into that mouth and trying to grab something? No, probably not. All right. Fall back.
Fall back.
Run!
away! Run away!
Are you guys fleeing full speed?
Yeah.
Double moves?
I'm wondering for me to take my sword through that bowl on the way out.
Just to see what happens?
I don't know, like maybe it oh bugger it. No, we'll flee. No, we'll just flee. Yeah, I don't know, just to see if this disarms this creature in some way. We'll probably just make it angry. So wish we had a wizard. Right. Yep, flee.
All right, you're not messing with the liquid in the altar thing, you said?
Always make it so tantalizing.
I try to make it. I try to make people make choices. All right, so you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and run past with my sword and flick the ball over as I go.
All right, so it's not a bowl on top of it. It's flat, right? And then in the center of it, there's a circular thing that it looks like liquid that's kind of reflective, that's different. So it's like a kind of a curved area in the top that liquid is in. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if we can talk to this thing somehow through that.
If you guys are fleeing, then you need to flee.
All right, we'll flee.
Yeah, I'm up for fleeing.
All right. So what kind of armor does Faolan wear?
He's wearing plate.
Okay, so he is definitely the slowest. So these guys, and they were farther away. So everyone is going to get out, but he's going to have one attack on Faolan with this chain box that he like rips up and swings towards him. Okay.
Here we go.
Oh no!
A parting shot.
This is probably. And you don't have any shield or anything, do you?
I'm out of shields.
I'm all out of shields, he says. So how much does this guy do? Oh boy. All right. Oh, 4 points. Do you live?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So it's a good thing you did use your shield all these times. Yeah. So it just clips you and you angle and it kind of shouts out as you guys run towards the stairs.
Fly, run!
Gulaf running with the rest, even though he knows that he's going to die before he reaches the surface.
Gonna die in here, Gulaf. One thing I've learned listening to these YouTubes, it's never miss an opportunity to sunder your shield.
Oh, nice. I like it. All right, so you guys, the lantern, you can just kind of see the camera pans back like someone's looking through the foliage at you guys as the lantern bounces up the stairs as you guys mad dash away from the cleft that Faolan finally made his oath, and he has nothing to show for it but death and misery and the memories of his fallen companions. All know what?
Yeah, well, I'm enjoying enjoying it. I'm enjoying the misery.
So you guys reach the surface of the cleft, and it is. I've actually turned this on 20, so 5, 6. So, all right. It is sundown on the surface, so it's basically sunset. So, what are you guys gonna do?
How is Gulaf?
Oh, Gulaf.
Speaking of sunsetting.
Gulaf, at the last few stairs, he falters, his feet starting to edge, his toes catching the top of the stairwell. What does he say, Brian, as he knows that death has come for him?
Gulaf never really said anything.
So he dies as he lived, silent. All right, alas, poor Gulaf, we barely knew ye. All right, so are you guys camping at the top of the cleft, or what's the plan?
I think if we can, we move a little bit away.
Way to go home.
The whole time he wanted to leave, but Faolan wouldn't let it be. He had to reach the bottom, and he did find something interesting down there. I think a lot more people are going to check it out now since that, but I don't know, maybe not. It is pretty dangerous, but not too bad, just a little dangerous, I guess. So did someone have anything else to say? I'm sorry.
I think I heard Taylor say something about where we camp. I don't think we should camp right on the edge.
I agree.
I agree with that. It's way dangerous.
It's 10:10. This is my plan. And I don't know who I'm coming through with so loud. Is it me? Anyway, what I am going to offer you guys is you guys can get back. You got no gold, but no carousing. You probably don't have any gold to carouse anyway since you didn't get anything. But anyway, you guys return and you can safely get back, and everyone gets 100. Oh shit! I feel like you'll get 100 XP for finding a new area. I'll give. You kind of found a shrine plus the stairwell, so I'll give you 2. I'll give you 200 XP for finding new areas, and I'm going to give you an extra. Everyone's going to get 400 XP per level for finding this area and finishing an oath that Faolan wanted. I love that stuff, so I'm going to reward it well. So everyone gets 400 XP per level, and I guess that's it. Sorry about that, Brian. Since you are the first one to fall, you got any highlights or lowlights you want to talk about as far as the game goes tonight?
I was really happy just to create the character Crowbar the Quick and play it. And I had a good little run, and Kalmatta, I'm on this island. Anyway, thanks for having me again, GM Hobbs. I'll see you guys later.
All right, thank you much. Mark, highs and lows of the night. Anything you want to say?
Well, I think we should. I mean, I would definitely like to return to this to that shrine. We have to snag Crowbar's corpse out of there. So I think that's another. That could be another session. I would think. And I'd like to come back and fight that creature that emerged out of there. That sounds, I wonder what's in the box.
What's in the box?
Of this weapon there. That's very intriguing.
Awesome. All right, Taylor. First Kalmatta session, had to live up to the watchings.
I think it did. I had we kind of got our teeth handed to with nothing much to show for it, but in the process, I had a blast. I'm Nick. Thank you for mustering. Hobbs, thank you for running, and hopefully I wasn't too obnoxious.
Oh no, you did great. Nick, the caller, last anything? I mean, you were successful in this vow. I guess my first question is Faolan ever returning to the cleft?
Well, I feel like, first of all, Crowbar and 3 other Fallen to get to this. Phelan's going to be a troubled man, but vow fulfilled. I had a lot of fun, even without anything. I love the temptations and the decisions all the time. So thank you, Jim Hobbs. Nice to meet everyone else. I think Phelan would love not to return, but I think Crowbar's body needs to be returned, and perhaps some of the veterans will. Someone was first. We were first, everyone. So enjoy that.
Yeah, and it wasn't a TPK. I have to be honest. I don't know if I've ever had a TPK exactly in Kalmatta, which is very surprising. But I wish I would have taken maybe. Even if I had more time, I don't know if it would have turned out like it did. So it was full of twists and turns and excitement and tension, and really sorry about Brian's characters. That's sad. It happens, but holy cow, we gave him like 5 save attempts, so we had to make it a die roll in the end. And apparently, that cool wind from the Plague Bay bit deep into this party. Anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed this trip through Mr. Hobbs's gamerhood. It feels like we played for a long time, but really, I guess we only played for about 3 hours, so that's a pretty good session. I hope you enjoyed this game of old school essentials. Really enjoyed all the Kalmatta veterans in the chat tonight, and thank you, Thaddeus, for the cheers. And it looks like we had Noah MS456 and Barracutie23 followed recently. If you want to donate to the channel, I think there's a button. If you want to subscribe to the YouTube, there's going to be a button. There's buttons everywhere, and if you like it, maybe you want to listen to Hobbs and Friends, maybe you want to listen to Random Screed, maybe you want to join us on the Audio Dungeon Discord, guess what? There's a button. So I think we'll let TJ see us out, and next time, my friends, next time.
It's a beautiful day in the game, a beautiful day for my gamers. Would you be one? Could you be one? Shout about thunder, but don't despair. This colony's breeding great robbers. Would you be one? Could you be one? If the 80% mortality rate works for you, for a few bucks a month you can sign up and have the Hobbs kill you. So let's make the most of another Sunday. Brew up some coffee and play it my way. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my gamers? Won't you be? Won't Please, please won't you be my guest?